Hi, this is Trevor Conquergood with Quilters Select and RNK Distributing, and this is week 20 with the Design and Stitch block of the week. And one of my favorite things to do each week is to open up that block and audition it with the fabrics that I have chosen so that I can get the best combinations. And this week, I promise to show you guys how you can use your own photographs of your actual fabric and then install them or add them to your fabric library. And so let's go ahead and bring my workspace full screen and notice that I've already been working on the block. It has already been colored with some of my fabrics, just auditioning them. And I found a fabric in my stash that I don't have an image for. That's what happens. And so you can take a photograph. I used my camera phone to capture the image and email it to my computer. And so if you need help with that part of it, you can definitely reach out to us for help with those steps. But in general, I took a picture and emailed it. Now, when I took that picture, I'm just going to open up the pop-up palette down at the bottom. There's a tool. And notice with the pop-up palette, I've already created a folder and put some fabrics into it. Of course, you can create your own fabric folders just by selecting on the sort of main level and then right-click to create new folders. So it could be, any number of folder names that you want, based upon the fabric that you're doing or the project that it's for. And you can delete them when you're done with them if you don't want them anymore. Okay. So I'm working in the folder called Summer and I've selected some fabrics, but I want to add. So there's a button here to say add. And I know that I've already saved my photographs. I have a folder with all the photographs that I've been collecting for the Design and Stitch block of the week. And in here are several that I took with my camera phone because I just, couldn't find the image that I wanted from the internet. And so I'm going to open one of those images. I can tell the ones that came from my computer from my phone based upon the image name. Plus, I can see the Quilter Select ruler on top. And that's what I wanted to talk about once I get it open, just to show you that now that we've added that fabric into our library, we can select it. And we need to use the edit fabric option. And so when I click on that, notice that a new window will open up that allows us to interact with the fabric image. And currently we can see that it says it's a 42-inch image, but I can see clearly that I've got a Quilter Select ruler here, and I know that from the beginning of the ruler to the edge of the fabric was 10 inches. And so the way that I can tell that to the program is here where it says define. If I click on the word scale and then I click once and drag, and wherever I let go will be like a measurement. So look, I've clicked from the beginning of my ruler and I'm dragging to the end and I'm going to let go right there. And so this says the requested length is 36 inches. Remember, it was 42 for the whole thing, but now it says that's 36. Well, actually, it's supposed to be 10. And so I type in the number 10 and I can click apply. And you can also come in here and adjust the dots per inch to, more or less, I guess, sort of ratio there if you want to. And the other thing you can do is actually crop out the ruler. So if I know that that's, the ruler is the 10 inches, then maybe I'll make sort of like a 10-inch square out of it. Or if you only want 8 inches, then you could make an 8-inch square out of it. So once we set the scale, this is simply cropping the parts of the image that we don't want. And when we click apply and say okay, it will update our image. And notice that, for example, if I use my selecting tool and I select this color right here and right click and say same in block by color to select all of those pieces. And now I can scroll in my fabric palette and try on a different fabric. And it will display at the actual size that it would be if I cut it myself. And so the important thing there was to understand the edit window and how, let's just select it again and click on the edit window, and how in here you could define the scale of your fabric by clicking on scale and measuring between 2 points. That could be 2 flowers on your fabric that you knew between those two fabrics could be a set 2 inches, and you could measure that. And then, so notice, I'll try it again. Scale. And let's just say that from this white flower to, oh, I don't know, let's say this white flower over here was, if I measure that, it tells me that that's in this image 4.9. But if you knew that in real life it was meant to be 4, you could just type 4 and click apply. And now the image size would update to be that particular size. The other thing you can define in here is the horizon. So if you didn't do a very good job of taking the photograph, you could straighten it with your defining horizon. So now my first click is setting the beginning point, and this becomes what's straight. So if you knew that from this point to, let's say, that flower was supposed to be what was straight, when you let go, it will rotate your image just that small amount. And then of course you might need to crop to get rid of any white space that became because of that. But if you take a larger image, you can usually crop out a nice 10 or 12 or 8-inch fabric image swatch that could then be used for coloring in your quilts. And so that is this week's video for you guys on using the Design and Quilt software with the block of the week. We hope you enjoyed the video. Until next week, have a great day, and bye for now.